Hi, guys. Welcome to another wonderful episode. We are Delight and Fright. I am your beautiful host, Luna, and this is the lovely and beautiful Miss Cat. And we
Hello.
have a director of a upcoming movie called Rat Problem. His name is Ashton Livingston, and we do have the preview to show for you guys. It's going to be a wild one, so I hope you guys settle in and are comfortable because this is just really fun. So let's go ahead and roll it. Yay! Are you guys excited?
Woo! I'm ready.
Here we go.
Alan, hurry the fuck up, you sack of shit!
Shut the hell up and run!
This way!
I can't climb that shit.
You're gonna fucking have to.
I just got my knee done.
Fuck your fucking knee. Give me your fucking head right now, you fucking fuck. Climb.
I am, you fucking flying twig, I am.
Climb back, you piece of shit. Climb!
Ooh. Wow.
I think
So
we need
it's-
more blood and more
yeah. Yeah.
Probably about 3 gallons. We probably used about 3 gallons there.
Nice.
We showed up with a Home Depot bucket full to the brim, and it was about halfway done by the end of the night.
Whoa, that is so awesome. Hi to our viewer, Juan. Thank you so much for being here and for commenting. We're so excited to start talking about Rat Problem. So, what kind of inspired you to want to direct this, Ashton?
So I've been a director for as long as I can remember. In high school, I was going around doing fun little stuff with my friends, and I'm now in my 4th year of college up here at Portland State University in Oregon. And I really wanted to make something that felt like my own and felt like something that only I could make. And this project kind of stemmed from my love of movies like Evil Dead 2, Chud, The Stuff, a bunch of other stuff like Critters, Gremlins, and all these really fun movies that I've just loved. And I've seen the Portland horror community just absolutely love head over heels. And it was like, I want to make something kind of like that. I want to make something fun, gory, goofy, way too over the top. And yeah, so Rat Problem kind of came out of all of that.
Nice, nice. I'm a big fan of like it gives me like 80s vibes, you know, like the heyday.
Yeah. Our film is based in 1987 Portland, and so we're working really hard to get those look and that vibe across. We're heading into pre-production for the actual film now, and so we are looking at a lot of the same technology they used back then. All the lights we used in this short are pretty much lights they'd have access to back in the 80s for horror filmmaking. So we're doing all we can to really create an authentic experience, really similar to that.
That's super awesome. Do you have any idea how long you want this short to be? Like, are you shooting for any specific time frame?
Yeah, we're aiming for the 15-minute mark just because that's what festivals like. But this is a sort of proof of concept, if you will, for a potential feature film.
Oh, that's so awesome. Miss Cat, do you have any questions? I see you over there taking notes and
Yeah, just jotting some things down. Are you going to use actual film or are you doing digital?
We're shooting on digital just because it's a lot easier for us to do everything, but we are shooting on it's funny, we're shooting on a Red Komodo, which is a super high quality camera, and its sensors really sensitive to light and color. And we're like, yeah, we're just getting the highest quality image we can get. But then in post production, we're trying to make it look really bad and grainy like film. So we have this amazing colorist, Grant Banesh, on our film, who created the kind of look you see on that promo, where he has painstakingly kind of created the grain and look of film. I just sent him like a bunch of John Carpenter movies, and I was like, I need you to make them look like this. I need you to make it look like this.
Very
nice.
nice.
That's awesome. We have a little bit more viewers now, and we have a additional video that was sent to us. This one's called "Welcome to Rat Problem." So let's go ahead and show it and get a lot of people in this watching this very excited because it looks really good. Let's roll it.
Join me, if you will, in the city of Portland, Oregon, in its most dilapidated state. The city's issues are at a boiling point, tensions so high they couldn't possibly come down, and economic disparity so vast it's like a never-ending abyss. This is the setting of Rat Problem. Rat Problem follows Liz, downtrodden, foul-mouthed, minimum wage employee, as she clocks into a shift from hell. Not only must she fight the incompetency of her bosses, she must also fight a horde of enraged, genetically mutated rats. Our film acts as commentary on the many social and financial inequities people face within the city, through the lens of a 1980s horror comedy creature feature. The aesthetics of our film pull from many movies of this era, such as Gremlins, Chud, Critters, and the early films of John Carpenter and Sam Raimi. We'll be pulling a lot of the lighting choices, cinematography, and acting styles of these films to create something campy, hilarious, and downright gory. Now, of course, a creature feature would be nothing without fantastic practical effects. We'll be creating our rats entirely practically, using puppets and puppeteers to accomplish this impressive task. These rats will be expressive, nasty, and quite the hassle within our narrative. We'll work to give you all of this and much, much more. But now, as you return to your normal day-to-day lives in the big city, remember where you are. Keep your eyes open for something slinking in the dark shadows of the alleyways and feasting upon the discarded remains of your trash. Or it may be the beginning of a much, much bigger rat problem.
I absolutely love that. Oh goodness. Was that you who did that?
Yeah, that was me. So that's the first thing we ever did for this project. We initially only wanted to do that first promo that we showed today, but last minute we were kind of like, before we started gearing up for that, we were like, I think I want to do something kind of like a Twilight Zone intro for the project to kind of lay out what we want to do with this, what it's going to be like, what it's really about, just so people don't kind of get confused by the actual promo and think that we're going to be extending that out into the movie. So I wanted to make this and really lay the groundwork for what the movie is going to be.
Nice. I'm super excited for the rat puppets.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I love rat puppeteers and, well, really any puppeteers, not only rats, but just any practical effects such as puppets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I freaking love that, and I'm so excited. Have you investigated or have you hired anybody to do the puppets? Do you have anything already set in stone for that?
So we brought on Carlo Mary, who is a great puppet and effects artist. His work is best noted in the films of Hannah Mae Cumming, our associate producer on Rat Problem. Her really big film is Baby Fever, which is just going crazy at all the festivals. And it recently made a big premiere at Joe Bob Briggs' Halloween Jamboree. It won a Hubby Award there. But Carlo Mary is the effects artist who created the little worm babies in Baby Fever. So he has a ton of experience with puppet making, and the little bits of concept art he's already sent me, I am in love with. Me and him have talked about a lot about what we want the rats to really look like and feel like. And one of our big inspirations is the laughing deer from Evil Dead 2. We're going a little the laughing deer from Evil Dead 2 and the kind of giant bunny from the Twilight Zone movie.
Yes, yes.
We're pulling some deeper things there, and we were really going for a bit of a cartoony look, but it's still tangible. It's still real in there.
Are they going to talk?
We are going to give
Yes.
one line. So we brought on some new writers to kind of punch it up and make it as good as we can. And one of the things that me and those new writers have been kind of talking about in our little writers' room has been if we should give one rat one line. And so we have this really evil rat in the film. He's kind of like a general to the other rats. His name is Scar, and he will utter a single word in the film. But we're really excited to kind of be doing these rats. So
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited. It sounds like Scar is gonna be like the kingpin, the ringleader of the rats.
yeah, he acts as their leader. He's the one pulling all the rat strings, if you will.
So I'm curious. I'm very interested in this concept. Are the rats sent like do they have any mental capacity to know what they're doing and what's going on, or are they just kind of like, you know what I mean, just kind of, you know, just rats without any mental capacity like a human per se?
Yeah, so one of the things we're talking about is, as we're already kind of laying out some ideas we want to do for the feature. And one of the features ideas is the rats are getting smarter as they go on, but the rats' main incentive is self-preservation and killing whatever gets in their way of that. So, and rats aren't generally well liked amongst the population, so they're kind of doing some crazy stuff. But within this film, they're not quite there yet, so they're a little more just savage animals. But I mean, like, Scar acts a little bit as like the leader of a wolf pack kind of thing.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Are you trying to go for a like mutated type of species type creature feature?
Yeah, so these are giant mutant rats. They're gonna look around 20 pounds ish. So they're gonna be pretty big. They're gonna be pretty big. Um,
So
but
some ROUSs.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. That's one of our
Nice.
big. That was one of the images I would send around to people when I was first trying to pitch this project to producers. Um, but yeah, they're gonna be big. They're gonna be big, giant mutant rats.
Oh,
Are there going
I
to be
like
any
that.
humans working with them? Maybe like a pun on humanity?
So the rats themselves act a bit as a kind of I'm spacing on the right word right now, but they're supposed to reflect the people in power within our film and act as kind of like they're an outcome of the rich and powerful's negligence towards the lower income members of the city. So we have, this character Steve, who's Liz's really just awful, terrible landlord, and her manager at her convenience store job, Darren, who are both very terrible people. And the rats are a bit of a reflection of them and what kind of terrible things those people are capable of. But they both get their comeuppance.
Nice. I always love a epic ending to a horrible humans, or if you want to call them humans at all.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
terrible.
yeah, Juan says, "It sounds cool."
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so excited for this. Are you shooting for any timeline, or are you kind of just waiting for the indie pledge stuff to finish and then going into like the logistics of it?
We are going to be filming in December this year. The film
Oh,
up real fast, and we are pretty much full throttle into pre-production right now. We have 3 days left of our Seed and Spark campaign. We passed our green light on that, but hitting that 100% mark on that Seed and Spark would be awesome. That way we can, get our full budget and we won't really have to do extra funding after this campaign closes.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. For our viewers watching, there is 3 days, 18 hours, and 15 minutes to join the pledge. I'm sharing the link here in our beautiful live stream. I'm actually also going to copy and paste this and comment it so you guys can all actually click the link from watching the stream so you don't have to type it out word for word by yourself. I know that can be type one letter wrong and it's all over. But yeah, you can if you even share $1, whatever you want, make a pledge. I'm gonna donate $1. You can continue all that fun stuff, and you get some incentives. By crowdfunding. Here's what you get for donating $1, and then you just type in your MasterCard, Visa, whatever that's fun stuff is. But you can also, from the website, you can also see about the project, the wish list, updates, the team, um, and then you can, read more about it. You can get a stick in your name. Stick your name in there. Sorry, that's a $35 tier. It'll show you all the tiers. It sounds like a really good. People are really digging this. It looks like you've gotten a lot of really good sponsors out of this for this production. So if you guys want to sponsor this, you can. It's really easy. Just hit make a pledge, type in the amount, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, it's a super easy, super helpful site. One of the reasons we went with it was because it's so user friendly. It is one of the most user friendly crowdfunding sites out there. They have a ton of great things in place for people. One of the concerning things for us, but one of the things that we knew would be really helpful for the community who's funding us is if we didn't hit our 80%, green light, everyone who donated their funds would go back to them. So it's not like we're running away with their money. We really wanted to make sure that the people who were donating felt comfortable with giving their money to this film and helping us make our goal. So.
Yeah, you're really close to that goal.
Yeah,
So-
we're currently like 17% away from our 100% funding, which is awesome. But I think what we're probably going to do is once that closes, we're probably going to open an Indiegogo campaign to try and raise the rest of the funds we need.
Yeah, that seems like a good approach on that. Do you have any questions, Miss Cat? I can see the excitement in your eye about the rat.
So, do you have someone already set up to do the special effects on your actors? Your actors cast?
So we have Trista E. Kelly. They are our special effects person, our special effects hair and makeup person, and they did all that blood you saw in that trailer, that first trailer. So they're pretty gory, pretty crazy. I love them. They're just so easy and great to work with. They just wrapped up work on this really great vampire short film that's coming out of the same producer I have, called 15 to Sunrise. And there was so much fun, gory goodness on that set. Me and my partner were an extra on it. And, my partner, he gets disemboweled in it. I get my throat ripped open and I vomit like blood everywhere. So, Trista's great at this special effects blood stuff and making it just super fun and gory. So yeah, we're super excited for what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it
what got you
is
first
awesome.
into wanting to direct, and why start with horror?
So that is a question with several years of history to it. In the 8th grade, I had this really great English teacher who I expressed, an interest in film, and he was like, "Oh, what kind of movies do you like?" And I was like, "Oh, I like this kind of stuff." He's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna like this kind of stuff too, then." And the next day he comes to school and he hands, like at the end of class, he's like, "You can't tell anyone about this because, technically you're not old enough to be watching R-rated movies, but I don't really care. Take these." And he hands me a stack of like Event Horizon and Evil Dead 2. And so I go back and I watch those and I'm like, this is it. Like it just clicked so for me. Like, this is so fun to watch. It's entertaining. I can't get enough of it. I want to make this. And so I came back and I was like, I really want to make this kind of stuff. And he's like, you should make that kind of stuff. Like, if you truly love it, keep doing that. And so I just kept going with it. I mean, I kept trying to make fun little movies with my friends in high school. I tried to make a mockumentary series in high school about my high school's mascot. And, it just kind of went from there. And, into college, kept making fun, goofy little horror movies, comedy stuff. And then it just kind of culminated in this of, I want to do this project. It's the right time for me to do this project. This is a story that I need to tell. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work as hard as I can to make it happen. And so now it's happening.
That's awesome. And do you have like a group of friends that have kind of been with you through the thick of it that you continue to work with?
Yeah, so my buddy Elias Lunsford, he's the director of photography on this project. And he was like the first person to come onto this project. I initially was like, I'm going to have to do this all by myself. I'm just going to have to, pull my crew together from, school here. And I'm going to have to, crowdfund it myself, produce it myself, do all these things by myself. And then, I made like the Instagram up for this film, and I started posting there, and my current producer, Michaela Bordner, like reposted one of our posts to her story, like, support this film, like, the people involved in it are great. And I like responded to that. I was like, thank you, but actually, is there any possibility I could schedule a meeting with you about this? And so then we had our meeting, and we got to the first Talking Heads promo, and before that we got our executive producer, Jack Perez. I pitched it to him over Zoom, and Jack Perez is the writer director of the very first episode of Xena Warrior Princess. He is also the director of stuff like Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, Disaster with what's his name from Malcolm in the Middle, and he does a bunch of cheesy, fun horror movie stuff. And so we kind of got that crew together, and then as we headed into the real promo, I talked to my producer Michaela, and I was like, I really want to get Hannah Mae Cummings as a producer on this. I just absolutely love her film Baby Fever. I love her film Fanatico, Camp Calypso. I really look up to her, and I really idolize her. And I was like, I want her involved in this project in some way. She's a local filmmaker who's just absolutely killing it out there at festivals. I want her on the project. And so we have her as an associate producer on the project. And, now the ball's just kind of rolling with my whole producer team. We're really just we're doing it. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, it sounds super exciting. Just from hearing you talk, I can tell you're a very go-getter kind of person. And yeah, it's really nice to see. It looks like you're really passionate about this, and you really love this. So I think it'll be a very good movie, as opposed to somebody working on a movie. They're just doing it for the money. They don't care about the story, but Hollywood's gonna pay them like $5 million or whatever. So that's why they're doing it. But you're not in that position. You're somebody that actually wants this movie and are really fighting for it, and fundraising and doing all these things, and it's gonna come from the heart, and that's gonna be a really good movie, something that comes from the heart.
Yeah,
and bless those cool teachers, right? He gave you the whole starter kit ready to go. He was just waiting for that kid. He's like, I'm going to find the next prodigy. I will find him. And he's like, here you go. I'm going to do this. Yes, that's awesome. I have a similar situation in high school. Miss Crutchett, bless her. She was an older woman, so she's probably in heaven or whatnot now. But yeah, she got us interested in movies and showed some movies she probably shouldn't. And the poor thing's up there with a piece of paper, hiding things so that we can actually see artsy movies without, having to have issues with that. But I can't even imagine the school system now and what some kids are like. They're taking books away from them. That it's like, really?
Yeah.
So I mean, thank God that our love of horror will go on somehow, some way.
Yeah, the composer for our film is actually my younger brother, Caden. He's only 16, so he's still in high school, and he has a lot of the same teachers I did. And so I emailed them the first promo you guys showed, our crowdfunding promo, and he texts me the other day. He goes, so I think the teachers you emailed watched the promo. And I go, really? How come? And he goes, well, one of my teachers told me that, was talking to another teacher, and they told them that they probably shouldn't watch it while at school. And so I was like, okay, so I'm doing my job well there. I'm doing it right.
I love it. And I love your drive. That's awesome. Did you come across any speed bumps or anything, any issues that you had to maybe pivot or rethink in your projects?
I mean, one of the things I really wanted to do, we again just brought on 2 new writers, Jesse Fine and Curtis Matthew Russell, who are both like really excellent improv comedians and filmmakers. And I kind of brought them on because I was like, I'm wanting to make it funnier. I want to make it funnier. And I mean, the last draft of the script I wrote was probably too long for 15 minutes. So I was like, I want to figure out how to make this work with you guys. And so now it's definitely like getting to this place where it's like, yes, it's hitting a lot faster. It's hitting a lot funnier. And, you know, it's still keeping the soul that it has. So.
And that's something, Luna, that we were talking to Bill D. Russell about. He's been an actor for a long time. And sometimes you got to play it straight. If you want something to be funny, you have to be completely committed and playing it straight. And sometimes that's what makes it hilarious.
Yeah. That was one of the things I wanted to do with the promo, was that really long take at the end. Just it's too long. It's so long, it's ridiculous. And I wanted the actors to like take it quote unquote serious the whole time. And by the time I yelled cut, our poor actor Nate Owens, who played Dave, the guy who gets covered in blood, he gets up and I hear like of like his costume just soaked head to toe in blood. And you know, I was like, oh my gosh, like that was so good. And the other actor, Scott, who played Alan, he's on the ground, like laying on like a furniture dolly. And he was just watching this the whole time, and he just goes, "You let that go on forever. I honestly didn't think you were going to yell cut." And so, yeah, it's definitely for me about making things like comedic.
Yeah.
And playing it straight at the same time.
I don't know if you remember that one scene in Team America where that puppet is puking and the puking goes on and on and on. It kind of gave me that vibe because you're just like laughing, and it's like the longer it goes, the funnier it goes.
Yep.
But you do have to stop it at one point so it doesn't become too long.
Yeah.
And it's a fun thing to play as a director. What's too long and what's long enough to get the comedy going, and at what point is it too far, you know? And that's something you have to play with.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm having fun playing around with, and I'm going to continue to have fun playing around with as we get into the actual film, because it's going to be a lot of blood and guts in this one.
We love the blood and guts. We love it. Especially those rats tearing people up. We love it.
Yes.
Go through them like chainsaws.
Nice. Love to see it. Well,
and we got to get you that money so you don't have to, you know, reuse blood. Ew.
Yeah.
You know, or I think I can do.
You can put it through one of those UV filters, you know. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be great. Use a
Right. Well, Miss Cat, do you have any last minute questions? I know we started a little late today, but do you have any last minute questions that you want to ask before?
I think I've asked everything, Ashton. We're excited and looking forward to what you have in store, and you know, I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more, and we're glad to help you along the way with anything we can. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Ashton, do you have anything final to tell our lovely viewers that are here, or little sneaky ninjas?
Yeah. So we do only have that 3 days left of our Seed and Spark campaign to hit that 100% goal. Whatever you can donate definitely helps us get there. We will most definitely be opening an Indiegogo campaign or something after this Seed and Spark campaign has closed, just to kind of get, you know, continuous funds for the film. And yeah, donate there whatever you can. It helps us a ton. And just keep an eye out on us. Follow our Instagram, rat_problem_film, no caps. It helps us a ton.
Yay! Well, I'm super excited. We need more 80s themed horror. We need more puppets in our lives. Everything is going to digital. Some things do not look good digital. Some things, I mean, as much as I love CGI stuff like they did in a lot of movies, The Hobbit, stuff like that, nothing beats something being real and in your face like a puppet will.
Yeah.
The Crypt Keeper, that's a perfect example. The
Mhm.
Crypt Keeper was a puppet.
Yeah. No, I much prefer working with something that I can somewhat treat like an actor and that I can frame and see how it reacts in real time and do all that kind of fun stuff. I think it's a lot more fun for me as a director if I'm seeing what I'm working with.
That makes a lot of sense. And I'm very excited to see these rat puppets come, to life and the blood and the just I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm ready for this project. And we can't wait for updates about this. We will see you guys later. Ashton, after I end the stream, if you want to stick around at the end, we'll discuss some logistics and then yeah, we'll see you guys soon. All right, everybody. It was a pleasure having you guys, and I hope your week goes well. One more thing before we let everybody go, we're going to be at Spooky Empire all weekend. It's a convention going on in Orlando, Florida. If you guys will be in town for that this weekend, we will see you there. We're going to be hanging out with Elvira. We're going to be hanging out with a lot of cool people like Robert England. Come on by. Let's hang out. See you guys there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.